Wannabe was #1 in America.
Spice Girls are on the Empire State Building.
Americans are different to English. English want to say, yeah, well done, but we're going to bring you down at any point. Where Americans are like, yeah, go for it and go for it. And that to me was like more of a, rather than the #1.
The story so far is that we have had to drive around the hotel 4 times because of these little critters in the taxi behind us. Here's one. Head down, cover it up, there he is.
It's just a bizarre feeling, it really is. You know, we couldn't go anywhere without being recognised. And I'm so glad actually that I did have my mates with me doing the same thing, because otherwise I think I might have gone a bit doolally.
Can you get me some food, please, honey?
Everything to do with the Spice Girls, that life, once it began, it was surreal. Everything was surreal, and you just, like anything in life, you just get on with it, you know, and it was brilliant and it was exciting, but it was also hard to get your head around it. I don't know if there's a full acceptance, you just go along, you know, you're just on the ride. That's how it felt. Like, it's quite unnerving, really. And as I've got older, and when that feeling comes back again, it makes me feel very vulnerable, because you're not, you know, you haven't got your feet on the ground.
Well, I've got my clothes on to chill.
Oh, that'll be the best.
Oh, shut it. Oh, God.
Topless pictures of me had come out. Hideous. It was not good then.
Jerry had told us about her, you know, her glamour modelling and the stuff that she'd done before, so we were all fully aware of it, and we all knew that it was going to come out.
This is when it all starts going a bit, yeah. I'd done glamour pictures when I was like 18 or 19. And they were quite harmless, do you know what I mean? It was just my boobs.
My nephews and my cousins were watching us and like, yeah, girl power, you know, and it was all very young at definitely at the beginning. So for those pictures to come out, it was a bit scary.
We were selling records to children and teenagers and adults, but children were the main ones buying our records at one time, and I think we were all a bit concerned that that might affect our fan base. So I think it probably did cause a little bit of friction.
I remember being mad about it. I look at it now completely differently to how I did then. But you know, I think we overcome that. We never said, don't forget, we never said we're perfect. Never. And everybody has some sort of past.
When we met Prince Charles and, you know, he seemed very happy to meet us, and that's when you kind of think, this is bizarre, you know, people like this are wanting to meet us.
I just thought, oh, what a sweet guy. That's nice. And more than anything, I was like, oh, wait till they see that. My mum and dad and people that I know and that I grew up with in Leeds, that was like exciting for me. Not the fact that I was personally meeting him, but look, oh, I've just got pictured with Mum.
I pinched his bum, ended up all over the newspaper.
It took me a very long time to wipe a certain amount of lipstick off 1 or 2 cheeks here this evening.
So I think that night in Manchester when we met Prince Charles was, it was really good fun. I have to be completely honest, you know, my mind wasn't totally on the performance that night, because that was when I first met David, and Manchester United, the team, and Alex Ferguson were going to that event, and they were going to be sitting in the audience watching.
We flew to South Africa and then we met Nelson Mandela.
What do you think of the Spice Girls?
Well,
You know, he just said it was an honour to meet us.
it's one of the greatest moments in my life.
Hey, I mean, you just think, hold on a minute, stop this, what's going
We
on?
were all very aware of who Mr. Mandela was, and I think the fact that he knew who we were was just incredible.
You know what I did? Is I pinched a loo roll and put each square in like a bag to give to the makeup artist, and the hair and makeup was like, look, there's a bit of Nelson Mandela's house. But I told him, I said, you do know that I've nicked some of your toilet roll and some of your stones in that plant pot to give to the hair and makeup artist. He was like, oh, you're so funny.
I mean, moments in my head I think, okay, today I'm going to dress like a lady, you know, and this is an important occasion. And then we met him, and the Watford girl would always come out.
Well, you must realize, of course, that they are talking about an old man.
You're not old. You know, you're as young as the girl you feel, and I'm 25.
I think at the time when we met Prince Charles and Nelson Mandela, we were just in this huge whirlwind, and life was so surreal anyway that it was just another day at the office.
Finally, fans of the Spice Girls will soon be allowed to see what their idols are really like. The group used the Cannes Film Festival to announce their first film appearance in Spice the Movie.
I can't remember it being, oh, and now we have to make a movie. It'd be like, oh, that'd be fun to do. Yeah, why not?
This is what our movie should be about. They're young, they're cute, they're hip, they're wacky.
Yeah, but can they act?
It wasn't acting, we was genuinely just being ourselves.
Why do people stereotype us all the time?
Practically all of the stuff in the movie was us.
I'm so sporty.
I was just playing myself and was playing herself. And it was kind of heightened with the writing, obviously.
My mum is my best friend.
I thought Victoria did really well in it. I thought I was really crap in it, actually.
You either got to move it in front or move it out the way.
All right, well, I'll move that fairground horse to there. Sort that out.
You can't do that.
Says who?
Says Mr. Chess. It's been in the rules for thousands of years.
And also I felt really, it was rushed, and I wanted to be like, do deep acting. It just felt like we were just knocking it out.
They're a problem, officer.
Dangerous driving, criminal damage, flying a bus without a licence, and frightening the pigeons.
It's one of those times that I kind of don't remember much about, apart from just being in lots of different outfits and singing and not getting much sleep.
What do I say? I'm really sorry, officer, but the thing was we were late for a show, so we were in a hurry. We didn't hurt anybody, and we're just really sorry. We promise never ever to do it again.
You know, we weren't expecting Oscars out of it. It was what it was. It was great fun. People loved it. The music in it was great. That was all the songs from the second album. The second album was actually written during the time we were filming the film.
Down in Dirty City used to be their home. I thought would be better, right?
We had a mobile studio on set, so when you're not rehearsing your lines or you're not on camera, you're in the studio writing a song and singing. That's right there next to your Winnebago.
We should do it. We gotta do that. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
There were really good days. We had so much fun, but there were some days that were absolutely awful, and I've never laughed so much, but I've also never cried so much.
We were together so much. You know, it's like being with somebody 24 hours a day. At some point during that day, they're going to say something where you go, or you get a little bit offended, but you know you have to carry on.
I remember being really shouted at by Jerry quite a few times because I didn't think what she was saying was right, and you know, sometimes she would think everything she said and did was, you know, was how it should be, and you know, and of course that's not true.
I know I probably upset them at times, and it's horrible thinking that, you know, that if I made them cry or anything like that, but sometimes I think it's because I was the eldest one. I automatically was trying to make I thought I knew what the right thing was, a decision or something. And so I thought, you know, it was for the greater good if we'd do something. So sometimes I'd maybe be too bossy and say, come on, we've got to do it like this, but thinking actually they're going to feel better in the long run.
I think between the five of us, we all handled pressure really different. Some handled it like this, some handled it like that. My way of dealing with my pressure was to be as obnoxious as possible and slightly angry.
But there was times when Melanie was very mean to me. I suppose, you know, there were times, well, like ganging up on people as well. So yeah, it's kind of playground stuff, you know, but in quite an extreme situation, which is hard.
What are we gonna do now?
For tonight's special report, we take a look at one of Britain's most successful exports, a marketing phenomenon that's earned £100 million worldwide in less than a year.
Next stage, next grave, next wave.
I remember saying to Simon full of once, you know, we want to be as famous as Personal Automatic. We want to be a household.